Let's read a book. Let's read a book. Today we are going to read The Best Seat in Second Grade. The stories Hamster Helper and Pocket Rider. Hamster Helper. Sam had the best seat in second grade. He sat at the back of room 75. He did not sit near the globe, or the dinosaur models, or the Pepe Pioneer fort. Sam sat beside George Washington. George Washington was small and round and the color of honey, and he sneezed. George Washington was a hamster. Sam loved George Washington more than anything else at school. George Washington was Sam's favorite subject. Sam's teacher, Mr. Hopper, asked, "Who knows something about lava?" "It pops out of volcanoes," said Sam, the way George Washington pops out of his nest. Someone in the front row giggled. "Good answer," said Mr. Hopper. Every Monday, Mr. Hopper picked a new hamster helper. The hamster helper got to feed George Washington. The hamster helper got to make toys out of boxes and tubes. The hamster helper got to play with George Washington. "Please, please, oh please," Sam groaned. "Pick me." He crossed his fingers and held his breath. Mr. Hopper reached into the bowl of names. "Miguel," he said, "you are our new hamster helper." "Oh boy," said Miguel. "Oh no," said Sam. "It is never my turn." Sam was tired of waiting to be hamster helper. He was sure George Washington was tired of his cage. Sam wanted to show George Washington the world outside of room 75. "Don't forget," Mr. Hopper reminded his class. "Tomorrow is our trip to the Science Museum. Bring your coats, bring your lunches, bring your permission slips." Sam decided to bring something extra. Pocket Rider. The Science Museum was busy and bright and crowded. "Stay in your groups," said Mr. Hopper. "The animal sticker on your name tag will tell you which group you are in. Grasshoppers stick together. Frogs stick together. Dolphins stick together. We don't want anyone to get lost." "Sam," said Nina, "where is your name tag?" "In my coat," Sam replied. He reached deep into his pocket and patted George Washington. Sam looked at the sticker on his name tag. "I am a grasshopper." "Good," said Nina. "I am too." The grasshoppers and the frogs and dolphins hung up their coats. "Sam," said Ollie, "it's warm in here. Why don't you take off your coat?" "I can," Sam quickly said. "I might catch a cold." George Washington sneezed. "Hurry up," called Sophie. "We're going to the star show at the planetarium." Sam followed the other grasshoppers. He walked slowly and kept his hand over his pocket. The planetarium was round and dark. The clouds wiggled and waited in rows of seats. When the first star twinkled above, Sam took George Washington out of his pocket. "Make a wish," he whispered. George Washington sneezed. No one noticed George Washington. When the grasshoppers wriggled through the wind tunnel, George Washington's whiskers blew backward. When the grasshoppers made faces in front of the funny mirrors, George Washington looked like a furry peach ball with huge eyes. No one noticed George Washington. The grasshoppers climbed through a giant seashell. They peered into homes of the future. They poke a laugh at bubbles at a blast. George Washington watched and listened and sneezed. Finally, Olive sat on a bench. I can't walk another step, he said. I'm hungry, said Nina. I'm thirsty, said Miguel. Me too, grounded Sophie. Sam did not want to eat lunch. George Washington might smell something yummy and pop right out of his pocket. I'll catch up with you later, Sam said, as he dashed down the hall. But Sam, Nina called, where are you going? Grasshoppers are supposed to stick together. Recuerda que puedes encontrar las dos siguientes historias, The Animal Son and Sam's Favorite Subject, en la parte de sugerencias o en la parte de descripción. Si te gustó este video, dale me gusta y no te olvides de suscribirte. También entra a www.claudacosta.com para adquirir práctica de este y de otros temas, productos exclusivos y tener la oportunidad de matricularte a mis clases de inglés.